Hello, this is Sean from Tech Train Solutions. I have been on vacation. I'm just got back. I like to say I was at Disney World for about 4 days. So I'm welcome. I'm back. Today we're going to talk about something that we all have dealt with: the ghosting with the interviews and ghosting when we apply for jobs. And we're also going to break down the different places in which you can become an electrician, not just apprenticeships. Apprenticeships is not the only way. There's other avenues in which you can become a tradesperson just by learning. So we're going to go over that. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about my training coming up. You guys can walk with me. I'm trying to develop a pre-apprenticeship. But before that, I'm going to teach certain courses, an 8-week boot camp, help those with no experience. And then finally, at the end, you should be really good to be able to provide help to the electrical contractor. So let's begin. First, let's talk about ghosting. Have you ever applied for the job? You see the sign that says help wanted, and you go to apply to the job. Or online, you go to LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, and you see the jobs available. And you should be somewhat qualified. So you apply for those jobs. You get no call back, nothing. You go to the store, you sit down with the general manager, and he goes, "We're not hiring." But yet they do not take the sign down, and you see them struggling with the manpower in which they have. So either A, they don't like you, or B, they're not really hiring. They're just dealing with the struggles in which you're seeing. I've had that happen. I've seen people have that happen where they keep applying to these certain jobs. I'll give you an example. You have Lowe's, Home Depot, other jobs like that you apply and they ghost you. Or you finally get an interview. You go to the interview, you dress up, you're looking nice, and you rock it. Right? You're kicking butt. But for some reason, they didn't hire you. I don't know why. They may have something they don't like about you or someone they like better. There's no way to tell because they don't let you know. That's the sad part, is they should at least tell you, look, you were close. This is what we were looking for. This is what we got. Just tell me. That'd be so much easier. So that way, the next time you go to a job, you're prepared. You know that you got to work on A, right? You do not know when they ghost you. This happens a lot in not just entry-level jobs, but higher-level jobs. Even when I worked at my last workplace, Kimberly Clark, I was part of the hiring committee, and we would receive resumes, and we would review the resumes as a team, and we decide whether we want them or not. Some were close, some were really good. I believe those resumes were AI driven and AI created because they were really good. You're like, oh, we want to hire this individual. And so we call them to do a phone interview. And as you're talking to them about the certain things that they said they know, they have no idea. Give you an example. We were hiring electricians. And so the person wrote on there, I worked on motors, PLCs, controls. You're like, this is awesome. So as you're talking to the individual, oh, so what kind of PLCs did you work? Oh, it wasn't me. My engineer worked there. I'm just a guy that goes there and looks at the machine and try to determine what's wrong. So you don't go on the PLCs? No, I'm not allowed to touch it. Oh, okay. You know what a photo eye is? No, I don't know what a photo eye is. All right. Okay. I'm thinking this says in the resume that you controls. You should have done some darn research. If you're going to write something in your resume, put something in your resume, and AI BSing, well, you as an individual should prepare to be able to talk about that. There's a lot of YouTube videos. Take the minute, take the second, review those videos, and learn whatever BS you put in your resume. Well, they didn't do this. Did not do that. So I'm talking, I look at my buddy, I'm guy's what we call just an operator that does a little electric work. So we can't hire him. Then you have those amazing people that really do amazing on the phone interview. You're like, oh my gosh, this guy's great. I need to bring him in. So you bring them in, and then you do an interviewing. Then you start seeing their mannerisms. What's great is when I was part of the interviewing crowd, I would talk to you like a buddy, try to get you relaxed, to see the real side of you, this how you're like, to understand that. And with that, let me see, something's wrong. So with that, they come in and you're like, this guy should be a rock star. You bring them in and then you start interviewing them. And then, like I say, try to make you relaxed. Because one, I don't want to work with a jack. I don't want to work with a guy or person who knows everything, doesn't want to be able to be taught. I've had that. And another thing too is I don't want you throwing tools. I've had it where someone threw darn tools. Like, why do you do that? There was no reason to throw that darn tool, but you got frustrated. And yes, we had to do this practical exercise part where you do 5 exercises in the electrical side. And it goes from basic troubleshooting, gets a little more difficult. They start throwing tools. That's the electrical side. There's a mechanical side where you move a soap bar, goes up and over. You got messes with it. You got to figure out what's wrong. Mechanically, you got to fix it. Not a lot of people do. Got frustrated, throw tools. We had this one gentleman, journeyman. And usually I don't like to bring you in unless you have 5 years experience or journeyman. This individual, in the beginning, no idea, right? In the beginning of this test. The first one failed miserably. Second one started doing better. Third one almost had it. Fourth, fifth, knocked it out. Didn't know anything about, he was honest about that, PLCs. He was a union electrician. Most union electricians only do construction, new installation. They do not do troubleshooting and PLC work like I do. I had to leave the union to get that knowledge, the ability. But I saw he was learning. I'm like, oh, man, I want that guy. This guy is going to be a rock star. So we put a bid in. We were like, come on aboard. Apparently, he went back to the union. But that's fine. So with that, you, as an individual, whatever you put in your resume, AI driven, whatever, just make sure you at least be able to talk about it, back it up. Don't lose that option. With that, interviewing, we would call them and tell them they didn't have the job. And then call the ones we wanted. End it, done, good, bun. Right? That's what you want. You want to call, see what's going on. That'd be great. But being ghosted. There's so many jobs posted everywhere. And I know certain people that keep applying, but they don't get a reply. But the help one is still up there. What is up with that? Take the sign down or at least have an interview. That doesn't happen either. Not even an interview with that. That is frustrating. I know what you guys are dealing with. It's got to be annoying. I'm with you. Look, go in the chat if you want. Just talk about what you've been through during the interviewing process. All right? I want to know if you're around. Not anything. Nope. All right. One viewer. Woohoo. So with that, being ghosted when you go to these job things. So I always tell people, go to the location, have a conversation with the general manager and say, hey, I'm put my resume in. I just want to know where we're at with it. I see you're still hiring. Let them tell you they're not hiring. Or let them tell you, oh, okay, let me look for the resume. They may have 3 million applicants. You're 3,000,001, and they have no idea who you are. I know I do. I like someone that comes in, has a conversation with me, right? That's awesome if you can have that, where you come to that location, you talk to the general manager, and you have a conversation, which will help you most of the time. Now, some are very busy, so you got to look at slow times when you go to that job, to that location before you talk. If they're extremely busy, well, you might actually piss them off. So it's better to wait till when it's a little bit slower and then go to the job that you applied for. Because what I've noticed, you're not getting any calls. Majority of times, you're not getting any calls. And sometimes they already have someone they already know that they want for that job. So it'd be better, again, to go there and find out if they already have someone in mind so you can move on. A lot of times you're just waiting for that call because, to be honest with you, you need a job. You're laid off. You need to make money. Right now, the economy is not that great. It's tough. It's very expensive. I have a truck. Truck is expensive. Everything. I'm trying to start my electrical contracting business. That's what I'm trying to do. With that, so I got to buy tools. I got to buy equipment, parts because I want to be able to have outlets and switches in case you call for a quick hit. I want to be there for realtors. Realtors, thank you. Hello, guys. Realtors. I want to be there for you. You got something you need fixed right away. I'll be right over. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to go to all the townships in the area. I'm only licensed in one location, so I'm going to get licensed in every location in Delaware County. And then I'll go take my Delaware state test, master electrician test, try to get licensed down in Delaware. Jersey, hey, I want to know. Anybody can help me. Jersey, is it truly true that you need a business license or business class or something prior to becoming a New Jersey electrician? I want to know if this is true or just rumor. I'm trying to find that out because I'm not going to do Jersey yet, but I would like to, because here at Tech Train Solutions, we do residential, commercial, and what I love is industrial. But I'll do anything that comes my way. Industrial troubleshooting, be able to fix your machines. As long as I get to learn it and the guys I work with get to know it, we can fix your machines in a certain time frame. But we have to know your machines. And there'll be times where we can't fix it because if you don't have parts, we'll let you know. We don't have the part. We don't know what to do. With that, you have to order it. We'll let you know. Tech Train Solutions, we should be able to do that. Tech Train Solutions Service Division. For those out there, if you don't know, in business, when you have training and you have contracting, apparently it's too much for insurance. They're like, whoa, that's way too much. So what I have to do, and I did, I separated the companies. So now I got Tech Train Solutions that does the training only. That is it. Training and consultation. We'll consult with you, help you figure out what you need with your maintenance team, how to train them, help you out. And then you have the service division. Service division is separate. Service division is for residential, commercial, industrial contracting. Also, troubleshooting. We're very good with PLCs, controls, instrumentation. We are able to go to your plant, get that thing running, fix it, and get you making that money again. That's what we do at Tech Train Solutions Service Division. And then for those who want to learn about electrical, looks like I only have one interested in the 8-week boot camp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on hold on Tuesday. I'll put the class on hold and try to start Thursday. My intention is on Thursday, even if no one shows up or signs up, I'll at least have the classroom ready on Thursday with all the trainers. If you want to come in for one day and just do electrical training for 3 hours, just to give me 3 hours where you see this is something that's going to work for you. That's only for $45 because I got to pay. It's an hour for the classroom, so I'll have to pay for it. So with that, I need to charge. So it's going to be $45 a person for 3 hours. Even if you got no experience, come on in. I'll show you electrical as a person who's trained in industrial, and also now I'm teaching at the local high school CTE location. I can help you build your training and knowledge. Now, why do I say that? Well, lately, a lot of contractors, they don't mind a new person, right? They don't mind it. But the fact is, they have to train you from scratch. They have to build you up. I was not mechanically inclined when I first started. United States Army, I could shoot 40 out of 40, right? I could do combat engineer. I used demolitions, explosives, no problem. But when it come to the trades, I didn't know anything. I was an idiot. No mechanical aptitude at the time, but I learned it. And so the electrical contractors got to train you. So that's what I'm going to do for 8 weeks. If you're an electrical contractor and you're struggling to find somebody, well, let's work together. I'm going to have my class available, have you find someone that you want, and I'll train them up for you. And during the day, they're going to be better for it. They're going to be able to put outlets and switches without you worrying. Of course, it's 8 weeks, of course. My intention is to start a pre-apprenticeship program, which would be a 5-year program. Well, I might lower it down to 4, 3, whatever, we'll see, where you learn everything about the electrical trade. And off of that, I'm going to work with the state to try to make accredited. That way you get certified free apprenticeship. Now, apprenticeship, I need to hire or I need to work with people who want an apprenticeship in an electrical contracting company. I will provide the training, you provide the individual, and he has to get paid and get installments. So with that, that's what we're doing here at Tech Train Solutions. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because I'll be honest, it's tough right now out there. I'm seeing everybody getting ghosted for stupid places. Like, again, Home Depot, Lowe's, see where else. Some car dealerships are hiring, they're ghosting them. That I'm seeing that. I'm talking to students and stuff, seeing them being, it's very tough out there, very, very tough indeed. That's why it'd be great if you come aboard. Now, if you can't afford it, if you can't afford this cost for 8 weeks, I'm going to work with payment plan companies. That way you can do a payment plan and be able to come on board, get the 8-week training. I'll give you certification. And I don't know too many contractors, but I'll have you back. Apply for all the electrical contractors in the area. They can come call me. I'm like, hey, this guy is really good, or this guy is okay, because I'll be honest. I'm going to let you know now, I'll be honest. The guy's okay. He just needs someone. He needs this and this and this, but he's good. So with that, I can help you hopefully get a career. Man, I'm telling you, let's go contracting. Look, I just talked to a residential company that much. Well, I found out a couple of electricians making $100,000 a year. Of course, he or she is running around like a nut with their head cut off, but that is a lot of money in the trades. Don't forget about the other types of trades. If you don't like electrical, like some people said, I'm afraid of electrical. Well, you have welding, you have carpentry, which carpentry, they build things. The buildings that you see, the exterior, of course, that's masonry or whatever, but interior, carpenters have to put together, right? Drywall, everything. They do that. That is an amazing job. Again, remember that underwater welding. Keep forgetting about this. And they're really right now. HVAC, that's heating and cooling. They need help, right? Just go into an apprenticeship for HVAC. Make that money. People's houses are either hot or cold. Wintertime, oil's gone, or an oiler's not working. You will learn how to fix it. You fix that machine, and you make the homeowner, you make them happy. All right, I wanted to see if volume's still on. That's another option. HVAC, my counterpart, HVAC, he was telling me they're struggling to have bodies in the HVAC world, heating and cooling. Very, very lucrative career. And if you get darn good, hey, you can do what I'm doing. I'm starting my own business. I'm starting my own residential, commercial, industrial business. I already started. I'll be honest, my business plan in the beginning sucked. I was trying to do all online. That failed miserably. So I reinvented my business plan. So now I'm going to do residential, commercial, electrical, and separate company, by the way. Tech Train Solutions will do training and consultation, and I will do classes here and there until I have a physical location, which I can't afford right now. But once I get a physical location, I'm going to have you be able to come in there. Now, let's just say you finally have time available and there's no classes around. I'm hoping at that point I can hire. You go in there and you just get a nice 4-hour class with my future employee learning electrical. Let us know. You come in. Of course, you got to pay. And then you learn. See if you like the electrical field. Eventually, I hope to expand to HVAC and other wonderful trades. But right now, it is strictly electrical. So if you're interested in this 8-week course, please let me know. By the way, last week, I've had tons of phone calls. Like I told you, I was on vacation. Uh-oh. Sorry. I got to turn this off again. Uh-oh. 1 second. Oh, man. I have one that follows me, this camera, and I did some sort of hand signal, which just turned on the tracking. I would like to turn it off. So let me see if I can turn it off. Let's see here. Wait, for those watching, why don't you communicate? Give me a chat, something. Let me know you're out there. Let me first stop the darn tracking. Let's see here. And not doing it. I'll just have to stay stationary as much as possible to be able to not have this move with me. I got to do that so you don't get distracted. So let's begin again. 8 boot camp. Come on, guys. Just think about it. If you don't know you like the electrical trade, come on board. Let's learn together. I'll teach you, and I will make sure that you know your stuff by that 8-week course. If you feel that you're not very smart, well, some, I hate to say, aren't, and it is what it is. See what they're tracking? It is what it is. Not everybody can handle it. Well, I can at least teach you muscle memory to be able to do outlets, switches, be able to do basic stuff 3 ways, 4 ways. I'll be able to teach you that. That's here at Tech Train Solutions. Man, come on aboard. So we just talked about ghosting, right? We just talked about how I used to do interviews. Now let's talk about what you do during an interview. For those who don't know, most interviewers have some sort of what you call iceberg. Underneath the layer, they have something they like or hate. You might be that like or hate. You might have a personality that's tough to handle. So what I always tell people is when you go to the interview, try to stay neutral until you get to know them, until you can relax a little bit. Try to stay neutral. And what I mean by that, you can go to the individual, say, hello, my name is Mr. Quinn. Nice to meet you. My name is nice to meet you. Sit down and then look in their eyes, and then they're going to probably ask you, so what made you want to take this job? I saw the job. I'm very interested. I'm a go-getter. I'm a team player. I really feel I can be an asset for you in this company. And then have them talk. Now, at the same time, don't completely BS, because you got to be able to back up whatever you say. But at least go there neutral. Go there, look in the eyes, right? I'll look at your eyes. I'll talk to you. And then find out what they want you to call them, Mr. Quinn or Sean. Find out what they want, all right? Once you figure out what they want, then how they want to talk, then you try to be relaxed. For those who are super introvert, I hate to say this, but you have to practice in front of a mirror, and you must stop. You must learn to stop. So what you got to do is, what I mean by that, I'm trying to just turn off this thing here. Oh, man, not doing it. All right, let's see here. So with that, all right, you have to learn how you have to learn how to control that shyness. So what I mean is you look in front of a mirror. Oh, you're the mirror. And you go on there and like, hi, my name is, oh, man. Yeah. My name is, nice to meet you. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm trying to check my mannerisms, right? I'm trying to make sure I don't do all this. Or you want to be calm, collective, and confident in the interview. You must be confident because if you're shy or quiet, now I'm not saying be overboard and be a jerk. I'm saying confident, be respectful, just look their eyes. Also do it, make sure you're not staring them down. I have a where I can look at you all day and not look away. But yet, for some reason, I can't watch a embarrassing moment in a movie without being embarrassed. I don't know why, but I can look at your eyes. I can do anything with a bunch of people, but I can't handle movies that have embarrassing moments. So what I mean by that, practice. I want to practice in front of you. Hello, my name is Sean. Nice to meet you. What's your name? John. Nice to meet you, John. How would you like me to call you? John's fine. All right, cool. John, so I'm here for the job. Like to, all right, let's have it. Cool. So you're learning how to sit down nice. Remember, you practice in front of a mirror. And then maybe have someone help you, or write a pre-script and then say it off. But at the same time, that pre-script, do not get lost in the sauce if they don't say exactly what's on the script. Have the confidence, wait, and figure out what to say. Try to say it with confidence. It's hard to be a little shy. It's hard to be a little bit comprehensive. But to be extremely shy is what I'm talking about, where you can't look at the eyes. You cannot do what's right for that person. Because again, he or she might need you to be confident. Me, I love an interview when you look at my eyes, you shake my hand, right? And you have a nice conversation. And then when we sit down, let's be relaxed. Let's get to know each other. That's how I usually like to do my interviews. Like to get to know you because I want to know you. I want to know your qualifications too, but I want to know you, right? That's what a lot of interviewers are doing. Some aren't very good interviews. They do a bad job, and you got to suck it up for those bad interviewers. You got to still be confident, look at their eyes, learn that by looking in the mirror. Now, again, I'm looking in the mirror. Hello. Hello. My name is Quinn. I am here for the job. All right, Sean, how you doing? My name is. Oh, hello, John. How you doing? How would you like to be called? John or yes? Great. All right, cool. All right, and then they'll usually have a sit down. Would you like any water or anything? Yeah, I wouldn't mind some water. Thanks. You know, this is our mirror. So tell me a little about yourself. I've been in the Army for 31 years. Just retired 2 years ago. I love taking initiative. I like working as a team. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like to help others. I can work strictly independent if I need to, but I love a teamwork atmosphere. I like certain things being right, but if it's not, I don't get mad. I just have a conversation, talk about it. I do get annoyed, but I learned how to control it, right? Because what I do is what I'll do. I'll deep breath and then stop. So I'm being honest, right? I'm learning to be honest. I already said I can do it. And there'll be like questions like, oh, there's a time where you messed up real bad. And what did you do? Yeah. When I worked in the Army, where I messed up real bad is when I was doing explosives, I forgot the blasting cap. And so what happened was the blasting cap blew outside the explosives, which pissed everybody off because that means we had to stay longer. We were near the end of the day. They were pissed. That's one example. I took ownership. I said that was me. Another time when I messed up was electrical time, where I was working as a third-year apprentice. We were running wires, and the wire broke off the fish. We had to pull it all out. Long run, by the way, and they were so pissed. Knew better. But I did it real quick. It was a pipe that was, again, don't piss off masonry guys when you're doing electric work because they filled it with concrete. We cleaned it out, but don't piss them off. Become friends with the masonry guys while they're building the wall, because what you can do is when you're not there, put that pipe on for you and make sure nothing falls in the hole. Become friends with the masonry bricklayers. So we didn't. So when we're pulling wire, pulled out. So I had to pull all the way back, try to get the fish in there. Got the fish, pull it back, but I took ownership, right? That about, our job took 2.5, 3 hours because I messed up. So I'm talking to the interviewer with this, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm being honest. I'm being relaxed. So with that, in the interview, you'll be asked a lot of personal questions. For the most part, don't make you sound like a psycho. It's all right to answer honest to a point. All right. Keep the things out that you don't want them to hear, but still talk about them. I was a crazy guy in the United States Army, so I'm never telling an interviewer that. I'm not telling them the stories. Now, I never hurt anybody. I just did crazy things with myself. Like one time, fell asleep on a major highway. The other time, I joined when somebody got lost in Texas. I joined in with the fight. Didn't want to, but there were also something stupid. I'm not gonna tell them this stuff, but I will tell them about certain things that they want to hear. They're gonna ask personal questions. They're gonna ask. What they're trying to do is find out about you mentally, right? There's a score sheet. You scored 1 through 5. And off that score sheet, that's how a lot of interviewers do it today. Off that score sheet, you get a master number. And that master number, what happens is you keep going to interviews, by the way. That's the first part. The second part, you get another one, which is technical. It depends on what you're doing. Technical interview. And the third part, sometimes it's a hands-on interview. You do a lot of hands-on. Whatever you're trying to do, you're doing a hands-on. Like for electrical, you're a trainer that messes up, and you've got to fix it. Following prints, using a meter, using your brain. That's what you do. That is your third. So with that, you're doing all three, and you're being great at 1 through 20, including the technical. You're getting great at 1 through 20, right? Well, off of that, we're asking a question like electrical questions. Like, all right, have you installed a 3-phase motor? Yeah, I installed. Now, even if you didn't, look it up. It's easy. Three-phase motor, yes, I have done it. I had it run backwards, so I just switched two leads, and it ran the right way. Oh, how'd you find out it ran backwards? What I did is I bump tested. It ran wrong. I'm like, oh, shut it down before we connected it. That's what we did. Okay. So another question is, how long must it be outside of a box? Code question. From the code, I believe it's 6 inches. Usually I do 8 to 10. See, so these are questions that you're going to be asked. Now, these aren't all questions you're going to be asked in electrical, but I'm just giving you examples of how they work. Okay? With that, you just answer honesty without being, sound like you're psycho. All right, you're just going to answer honesty. Let me see here. Nope. So that's how you do the interviews, right? You have to have some sort of confidence in you. That's why practicing in front of a mirror, learning and going off a script, just look up a script online, practice that, have someone even help you. They ask a question, you respond, the person describes how your mannerisms. Now, you're not going to get rid of everything. What you're doing is trying to get rid of some. Another thing, too, is I'm going to tell those with tattoos, you cover up. You don't know the person's, what his or hers. You might be going into someone that hates tattoos, or you might be going to someone that loves tattoos, but needless to say, it's something like that. So, man, something like that where you got to think about it. Now, if you interviewer with a bunch of tattoos, yeah, sure. Hey, oh, cool, I have one like that. Yes, but before you go, just put all the sleeves on, go in the interview, cover up, all right? Finish the interview, and then when you get hired, the 90 days, take off that darn thing and then live with your tattoos. Because after 90 days, it's hard to get fired. That's the part of, right? You have to have the confidence. Again, I am here, Tech Trade Solutions. We can help you with interview preparation. I can even I can interview you. I can work on your mannerisms. I can work on your safe words. Now, you're not going to get rid of all. I can help you in the interview process. Just let me know. TechTrainSolution.com. That's solution. I don't have an S on that. .com. Look on there. Reach out to me. I'm not on vacation this week, so I'm able to get a hold of you guys, able to respond back. I was on vacation. Like I said, I had calls. When I came back, my phone was off. I'm like, uh-oh. And, yeah. With that, all I wanted to talk about today in Tech Train Solutions was being ghosted. That is so annoying. Being ghosted. When you go to interview and being ghosted afterwards, never being called, wondering if you had the job or not. That is annoying. And also about how to interview. That was a quick thing on the. I'll just give you some little heads up. When I was, and I love interviews, right? I would purposely sign up for jobs. Now, I was also interested, but I signed up for jobs to practice and also because I like interviews. I like getting to know people. So I will sit with them, get to know them. I'll be almost hired, and then they say something that I just won't like, and I'm like, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But I would practice. I would be really good at it. So that's why I'm telling you, if you need help with interviewing, I will run down your manners and how you act, what might set off the icebergs. Again, now everybody's different. Like I was one interview, a person didn't like handshakes. Well, I learned that. I'm from old school. I like a handshake. There's times where someone will handshake my hand, and I would purposely, because I'll do like this, and I'll purposely move it back. Sorry about that. Gosh darn it. Turn this damn thing off. Start the tracking, dude. So that's what you do. So this is Sean from Tech Train Solutions. Please stay tuned for the 8-week boot camp. I might skip Tuesday, but please, if you're interested, give me a call. If you're interested, send an email. If you're interested, look at my website. And if you need help with anything else, give me a call. Now, for those homeowners who are looking for electrical work in the Delaware County, hey, I got you back. Give me a call. And for those companies, the industrial companies, you're hurting for someone to fix your machine. You're having problems. Are you having real problems? I'm here. I can come in there, assess your machine, and help you fix it. I can even provide coverage. So that way, if you have it's acting up, I can sit there on the machine, make sure it's running, and if something happens, fix it in a timely manner. Here at Tech Train Solutions. My summer's off. I am off till August 29th, so I am available mostly every day for your assistance, to help you out. This is Sean from Tech Train Solutions. I will see you later. And let me move this out of the way. And